I think he felt that it was almost inevitable, and I think many independent observers of the trial process, how the prosecution was brought and how the trial was conducted by Judge Sergei Blinov, also felt it was inevitable that he'd be found guilty. The defence found it difficult to get a foothold in the court, and they of course say that is because of the political bias of the judge. Alexei Navalny is the man who coined the phrase the party of crooks and thieves to describe United Russia, Vladimir Putin's party, and of course it is very convenient for the political establishment in Russia that he has now been found guilty of embezzlement. So whenever he accuses them of corruption, they can always turn around and point the finger at him. The key question is now whether the 6-year prison sentence, which the prosecution have asked for, is what the judge will give.
Daniel, as you say, he's a deeply divisive figure in Russia. He's much beloved by the media-savvy middle classes. He's also gained more attention since announcing that he will be running for the position of mayor of Moscow in September. Will he still be able to do that now?
Yes, Alexei Navalny's flame has burned very brightly. He was almost unknown 4 or 5 years ago. He then started this very passionate and aggressive anti-corruption campaign. And then suddenly, when the parliamentary elections, the Duma elections at the end of 2012, seemed so blatantly fraudulent, he became the man that everyone rallied round. Those big street protests, tens of thousands of people on the streets of Moscow, he became the charismatic figure that emerged through that. He is a divisive figure. Not everyone who's opposed to Vladimir Putin thinks that he's the man, but certainly the young, internet-savvy people of Moscow, many of them feel that he's the guy that represents the values that they want, that he's the man that kind of voices the despair that they feel about their future in a country where they feel the political establishment has kind of got a grip on all the best jobs, that doesn't allow entrepreneurship to flourish and allow those young people to come forward. I think that his candidateship for the mayor of Moscow was an important step for him into mainstream politics in Russia. In theory, he can stay on the ballot so long as his appeals are not all exhausted. The question is whether the judicial system in Russia can rush through his appeal process and effectively get him off the ballot before September the 8th.